Rahul Srivastav as well. Rahul, you heard Khalikur Rahman right there questioning the Bharatiya Janata Party on whether they really care about development in Telangana or not. Because what it's seemingly looking like at this point of time, Rahul, is that the hindutva push is what they are currently focusing on. And please correct me if I'm wrong there. What is the mood like? What are you picking up from the BJP also and the sentiment on ground at the moment?
Shati, with holding the BJP's national executive in Hyderabad, the party has signaled that the war for Telangana is on. Maharashtra is done and dusted, and the next battlefield is Telangana. And the signs of a battle are very visible from something what I'm seeing here, for example. Right behind me, you have these large standalone hoardings of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, JP Nadda, Bandi Sanjay Kumar, Gajala Yoganand, who is from this very constituency. The fact is that there are matching hoardings by the TRS attacking Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Yes, Hindutva is definitely a very serious part of the campaign. The Bhagya Lakshmi temple, the promise that by 2023, if the BJP comes to power, there will be a Pakka temple there, not a Tarapullin outfit kind of a structure there. The fact remains that the BJP needs to do much more. It needs to have a much deeper outreach, serious outreach as far as the 56% OBCs are concerned. But if you see the national executive, how the BJP has prepared for it, if you see on the ground, there are 119 constituency, top 119 leaders of the party were sent, one each to this constituency to spend 48 hours there, collect information on what were the promises TRS made, hasn't fulfilled, which promises of Prime Minister Narendra Modi are working. What are the
breaking news just coming in. Breaking news just coming in. There is BJP spokesperson's Twitter taunt against the TRS government. The BJP says TRS believes in family first and Nizam culture. BJP has revived demand to rename Hyderabad. The BJP spokesperson says time to change the Bhagya of Hyderabad. And Krishnasagar Rao still continues to be on the broadcast from the Bharatiya Janata Party. So your party is going out there on Twitter taunting the TRS government and saying that time to change the Bhagya of Hyderabad. But your plank time and again has been Hindutva, time and again has been temple construction, leaving development somewhere in the silos, or at least it appears to be so. How do you respond to your co-panelist who was raising a similar point right there, and now the BJP's tweet that has come out from your spokesperson also has also reminded the people of Telangana that their main demand is to rename Hyderabad at this point?
See, that is not the main demand. That could be a peripheral one. So don't bring the peripheral to be central to an agenda of Bharatiya Janata Party. And the irony in this country is that you all will only highlight, ma'am. In fact, you have been concluding that our campaign will be built around Hindutva, and that's what we have been doing all around the country. So these conclusions are misplaced. Sorry for correcting you on that. But that's my duty to correct you.
If you're correcting me, you'll have to correct me properly. If you're correcting me, Mr. Rao, you'll have to tell me then what your poll plank is going to be. Because at this point of time, you're talking about temples, you're talking about Hindutva push, you're talking about construction of the temple as well. In case it is development, so please, I'd be happy to hear what the development plan of the BJP is. Go ahead.
See, of course, there is a facade of democracy in the states where Bharatiya Janata Party is not in governance. Because these are family-run enterprises which have been elected as a full-blown government, but neither the ministers, nor the MLAs, nor the people have access to the chief minister. And democracy is all about access. And Bharatiya Janata Party's core agenda is good governance through democratic means. We will give access to people. We will have a structured government where the ministers have independence to function. We have MLAs who will be in touch with the constituencies and the government. This is the core agenda. The development of the state, the welfare of the poor is our core agenda. And I cannot continue to state this because this is not defense. This is our primary agenda. And if people think the Bhagyanagar name change or Bhagya Lakshmi temple visit, what is so wrong in somebody visiting the temple? And
No,
if
absolutely.
they have a faith, a
No,
dharma,
absolutely nothing
which
wrong.
they
Absolutely
follow.
nothing wrong.
What is wrong?
It's amazing
And
to
we are
see
not
that there
crossing
is a
borders
temple
somewhere
visit
to
as
go to a
well.
temple.
It is
So if
fantastic
some
to
of
see
our
a temple
leaders
visit. Mr.
visit
Rao,
a temple.
you're getting me wrong. Just hold on for a second there. I also want to bring in the TRS spokesperson, Mr. Rahman, on this. Mr. Rahman, what your co-panelist of the Bharatiya Janata Party mentions is that the temple agenda and Hindutva push is absolutely peripheral to their core, and he says the core remains to be development. What is the sense that you are getting, and how would you respond to him?
I don't really need to emphasize on this, for the reason is because the BJP themselves emphasized during the GHMC election, because the entire poll campaign revolved around the Bhagya Lakshmi temple and changing the name of Hyderabad from Hyderabad to Bhagyanagar. So now if my esteemed co-panel is saying that, so I don't want to respond to what he's saying, but the message is very loud and clear. So I'm visiting the temple. Definitely, I mean, whoever comes to Hyderabad, they can go and visit any place, any temple.
Yeah.
And we in fact welcome our Prime Minister to Hyderabad and the entire, the top leadership of BJP to Hyderabad. When they are coming to Hyderabad, let them, take something from Hyderabad, especially the development. Let them go around and see what the development has happened in Hyderabad and the Telangana, and what the kind of the policies, what has been implemented in the state of Telangana in this last 8 years.
And you have a point there. You have a point there.